Archangel Michael says, something very serious is happening around your home, and it began without your awareness. A stranger, someone you've likely passed or glanced at without much thought, holds an invisible thread that ties directly to a shadow cast over your mother's life. That thread is woven with the remnants of a curse placed long ago, a curse born not from your actions, but inherited through blood. You may have felt it without knowing: uneasy sleep, unexplained dread, or a heaviness lingering in your home's air. It didn't start now. It started decades ago when your mother unknowingly crossed paths with someone who left behind more than just pain. They left behind a spiritual imprint, a lingering energy meant to sabotage the generations to come. This stranger near your home is not a direct enemy, but a carrier, a vessel still connected to the energy of that ancient curse. They may seem harmless, may smile in passing, or blend quietly into the surroundings, but their aura is a portal still tethered to the original darkness. Tonight, this connection is being broken. The spiritual alignment of this moment has allowed for intervention, and heaven has stepped in without delay. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, you were chosen to witness this unraveling because you are the one meant to break the cycle. You may not know the full story, but your spirit remembers. And now, it is being stirred awake. There was once a woman who envied your mother's inner light and tried to destroy it with incantations, jealousy, and unnatural whispers sent to spirits. She failed, but her curse found a way to latch on through others, traveling like a ghost through years, awaiting the next vulnerable opening. That next opening is you. But you are not vulnerable. You are anointed and shielded, and that is why heaven moved urgently today. The person near your residence, whose face may seem ordinary, has unknowingly become the last living vessel for this curse to hide inside. That ends now. Type Amen to get blessing 992. This spiritual presence is what's been triggering strange moments in your home lately. The flickering of lights, dreams of being watched, subtle arguments that seem to rise from nowhere, all seeded by proximity to this energy. This person may have recently shifted into your neighborhood. They may not even know why they feel drawn to where you live. But they are drawn not by choice, but by spiritual strings set in motion by the original curse maker, who has long since passed, but left an imprint. There is a scent that has returned lately, something faint and unusual, around the same time every evening. That scent is a signal. It is the moment when the energy of the curse becomes active, and your angels begin to form a shield around you in response. The severing of this bond must be final tonight, and that is why you were told this message at this exact moment. Type Amen to get blessing 718. You are not alone. The spiritual realm is very aware of the burden that has tried to find its way through your lineage. Your mother may not have spoken of it, or she may have suffered silently from strange occurrences she couldn't explain. This is not just about energy, it's about territory. The space around your home was meant to be a sanctuary, but because of this hidden connection, it has become a crossing ground for past and present spiritual intentions. You may notice the stranger walks at specific times. Around dusk. When the sky begins to dim, their footsteps align with energies that once activated the curse long ago. Tonight, if you see a shift in the air, a stillness, know that your angels are stepping in. Type Amen to get blessing 441. Archangel Michael says, the severing process is not a battle, it is a release. But it must happen with your awareness, because your awareness seals the door. There will be a brief moment when you might feel chilled even though the room is warm. That is the energy leaving. Let it go without fear, for it is not yours to carry. Your ancestors have long waited for someone strong enough to end this. That someone is you. That is why the connection was drawn to you and not to others. This spiritual task is not a punishment, it is a purification. The curse, though strong once, has weakened over time. But your recognition of it ends its power completely. Type Amen to get blessing 824. The stranger may dream of you. You may dream of them. Not as enemies, but as if you've crossed timelines before. Because in many ways, this is a story that has repeated itself in echoes, and now, it finally ends. There may be a night in the next 3 days where you wake suddenly and feel that someone is watching. Don't panic. That will be your final spiritual warning, and confirmation, that the lingering ties have been fully cut. You may even feel a release in your body, like a deep breath returning that had been locked inside for years. That's not just relief, that's spiritual freedom. Keep your space clean in the days that follow. Open your windows during sunrise. Let new energy enter. Type Amen to get blessing 509. This moment is sacred. You are witnessing the collapse of a structure that once loomed in silence over your life. Even if you don't know every detail, your soul recognizes the shift. Sometimes, the most dangerous curses are not the ones that scream, but the ones that whisper across time, through bloodlines, through silence, through patterns. Those are the ones hardest to detect, and the most powerful to break once discovered. Your mother was stronger than she appeared. She fought this energy for as long as she could and may never have known how close she came to ending it herself. You are completing what she began. Type Amen to get blessing 777. It is not a coincidence that this stranger entered your surroundings now. The timing was aligned with something your spirit did. Perhaps a prayer, a word spoken in the silence, a yearning for peace. You activated divine assistance the moment you desired truth. That's when heaven started preparing your home for spiritual inspection and intervention. The walls of your space have absorbed energy over the years. Some peaceful. Some not. That's why recently, you've been called to move things, rearrange, or even declutter. It was a divine nudge to realign your space to a protective frequency. Even the smallest movement of an item has significance now. Type Amen to get blessing 669. Archangel Michael says, tonight, a gate will close. Not a physical one, but a spiritual doorway left open through bloodline trauma. You will feel it. It may be subtle, but it will be final. After this, the stranger's presence will feel different to you. Either they will move away, or their connection to you will dissolve. They will no longer carry the thread tied to your past. You are stepping into clarity. Do not be surprised if dreams begin to offer answers in symbolic form. Pay attention to anything involving old houses, locked rooms, or broken mirrors. These are signs of spiritual memory dissolving and light taking its place. Type Amen to get blessing 855. You were never supposed to carry this weight. It was passed to you, but never meant to remain. The divine only allowed it because they knew you'd be the one strong enough to stop it. Your actions now are more than personal. They are ancestral. When the curse is fully removed, blessings that were once delayed will begin to arrive. Money that always slipped away will now start to stick. Relationships once sabotaged will now stabilize. Health that felt fragile will begin to regenerate. Everything tied to this curse is finally releasing. Your atmosphere will change, and so will your fate. Type Amen to get blessing 604. This is the moment your bloodline has waited for. It is not just your victory, it's your family's redemption. The whisper that once carried harm has now been reversed into a declaration of breakthrough. Expect clarity in the coming days. You will begin to know things without being told. That is not imagination, that is divine insight reawakening. You may see the stranger one final time. They will not know why they feel distant suddenly. But that distance is spiritual, and permanent. The curse has no legal right to continue past tonight. Type Amen to get blessing 281. Archangel Michael says, "Be still and let heaven work through you now." You are not under attack, you are in transformation. This is the transition between the curse and the crown. There will be a sign before nightfall. A sound. A flicker. A moment of peace that seems to cut through the air. That is when heaven will complete the sealing. If you feel called to sit alone during that moment, do it. You will be held and watched over. Your energy will be sealed, and no dark cord will ever reattach. It is done. Archangel Michael says. The energy that once hovered is now lifting. You may not feel it all at once, but within 24 to 72 hours, signs will begin to confirm the release. Peace will begin replacing pressure, clarity will override confusion, and your physical surroundings may feel unusually quiet. This is spiritual restoration. The stranger may not show their face again, or they may glance once more before vanishing from your environment. Their role was to carry the tether until you became aware. Now that you are aware, the cord is useless. Heaven is not only removing the spiritual threat but cleansing the land around your home. Your doorstep, your walls, your windows, every edge is being wrapped in divine fire, invisible to the eye, but burning bright to every spirit attempting to cross. Type Amen to get blessing 198. You may begin to crave silence more. This is not isolation, it's integration. Your soul is adjusting to new frequencies, free from interference. Old thoughts, past wounds, even inherited pain may begin to float up and dissolve. Let it happen. That's the purging. You may find feathers, coins, or unusual signs from nature in the next few days. These are signals that the spiritual realm is watching over you, confirming that what was once blocked is now open. Even your pets, if you have them, will behave more peacefully. Their instincts sense when your space is being protected again. Type Amen to get blessing 117. There was a moment in your childhood when your mother tried to explain something but didn't have the words. A moment she paused, looked at you, and seemed like she wanted to say more. That moment was about this. She may not have understood the full truth, but her spirit did. And now, her spirit is standing beside you, relieved. She has been praying from the other side, calling for intervention, calling for your freedom. This moment is her prayer answered through you. The curse wasn't just aimed to harm, it was aimed to confuse. It tried to distract, detour, and delay. But heaven has reclaimed the narrative. Type Amen to get blessing 446. Your path will look different now. You may start saying no to people you once tolerated. You may feel a sudden urge to travel, create, or change directions. This is not rebellion, it's alignment. You're no longer walking under shadow influence. Even people who wronged you before may reach out, sensing the spiritual gap between you widening. You are no longer easy to reach in the spirit realm, and the ones who fed off your light will feel starved. This is your time to reclaim everything that was spiritually stolen. Love, joy, money, purpose, peace, it's all making its way back to you. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Let your emotions rise if they must. Whether it's grief, anger, tears, or sudden laughter, this is your spirit releasing the last weights from your chest. If you feel pressure in your body, like warmth in your hands or tingling in your spine, this is a real reaction. Your physical being is catching up to what your soul already knows. You are being restored. This is what it feels like to be unchained. Don't be surprised if you look in the mirror and feel like your eyes look brighter. You are finally seeing yourself without the fog. And from this day forward, that fog will never return. Type Amen to get blessing 1007. There will be a shift in how people speak to you. You'll begin to hear more truth. Hidden feelings. Genuine expressions. This is part of your spiritual upgrade. No more manipulation. No more lies coated in flattery. Those who once hid behind charm will now find it hard to deceive you. Heaven is increasing your discernment. Your spirit will ring like an alarm when danger approaches, because now, you are fully seen by both angels and darkness. And the darkness cannot touch you. Stay rooted. You are entering divine stability now. Type Amen to get blessing 552. Remember this, you are not imagining these signs. You are not making up what you feel. Spiritual truth often arrives through intuition before proof, and you are spiritually gifted beyond measure. Don't let anyone talk you out of what heaven has confirmed. You've seen too much to go back now. Write this date down. This is the day the line was cut. The day your name was cleared. The day your bloodline began healing forward, instead of aching backward. Even your future children, born or unborn, will benefit from the decision you've made today. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. The curse has ended. The door is closed. The stranger no longer has access to your atmosphere. From this moment on, heaven has reassigned angels to your home. Not just for protection, but for expansion. Expect divine surprises. Letters, money, names returning from the past, new doors opening before you can even knock. This is the restoration period. And as always, you are deeply loved, fully watched over, and finally free. Archangel Michael says, now that the chain is broken, the spiritual landscape around your home is shifting fast. You may notice changes even in how the wind moves through your curtains or how the air feels just before sleep. These are not coincidences, they're signals of the old energy exiting and new light arriving. You may begin waking up at unusual times, 2:22 a.m., 3:33 a.m., 4:44 a.m. These are alignment codes, not accidents. The divine is syncing your internal rhythm to the frequencies of divine order. The stranger who once carried the spiritual residue of that curse may begin to feel uneasy around your home now. That is because they are no longer tethered. They may start avoiding the area or may move entirely. Heaven will not allow what has been purified to be defiled again. Type Amen to get blessing 1197. Your surroundings may suddenly feel quieter, but it's not emptiness, it's protection. The spiritual static that surrounded your home like a fog has now cleared. That silence is divine. Don't fear the quiet. It's your soul's way of recalibrating. The absence of old chaos might feel strange at first, but soon it will feel like peace you never knew you needed. Your dreams will now serve a higher function. They will begin delivering truths you've been blocked from seeing. Faces may appear. Events from the past may replay with new meaning. These are messages, not memories. Stay alert. Type Amen to get blessing 4488. Your ancestors are rejoicing right now. Even those you never met. They are surrounding you in spiritual applause, grateful that their generational pain is no longer being recycled through you. You are the first in your line to rise above the curse, not because you were more holy, but because you were more aware. Awareness is power. The one who cursed your mother long ago never imagined the power you'd step into. Their spell was not just out of envy, it was out of fear. Fear that one day, someone like you would reverse it all. That day has come. Type Amen to get blessing 1911. Now, watch closely. Opportunities that once slipped through your fingers will start sticking. You may feel overwhelmed with sudden choices, offers, or invitations. Don't panic. You're not being tested, you're being trusted. Heaven is accelerating your path. Where you once had to crawl, now you will run. Relationships that faded out may suddenly return, but some of them are still energetically misaligned. Use your spiritual filter. Just because something returns doesn't mean it belongs. You will now feel who belongs, not just know. Type Amen to get blessing 6221. There's something unusual that may happen with your phone or a device in your home. A flicker. A sound. A delay. Don't fear it, it's not malfunction. That is spiritual interference being flushed out. When divine energy increases, technology sometimes reacts. But nothing can block what heaven is now sealing over your life. You are entering your inheritance. Not just money or items, but spiritual ease. Things will flow without the exhausting uphill battle you've been used to. That resistance you fought against was never natural, it was cursed interference. And now, it's gone. Type Amen to get blessing 5055. Let yourself enjoy this lightness. Even if guilt tries to rise, don't let it in. Guilt is often the final voice of a dying curse, it's not yours to keep. You've earned this victory through survival. Through endurance. Through not giving up even when everything inside you said to stop trying. Archangel Michael wants you to know, you've been marked by the heavens. Your home has been scanned, sealed, and restored. Even if people don't understand how or why things are changing for you, it's not for them to understand, it's for you to live. Type Amen to get blessing 3844. Expect healing to happen even without effort. Migraines lifting. Old pain subsiding. Chronic patterns breaking. This is not magic, it's release. The spirit that hovered through that stranger's presence is now severed permanently. It cannot re-enter. It cannot relocate. It cannot revive. That spirit has been sent back to its origin in chains. And your name is no longer spoken in its circles. You are spiritually off limits to the enemy now. Type Amen to get blessing 2288. Your finances will reflect this too. Where once money escaped your hands without reason, you'll now see increase and stability. Unexpected refunds, delayed payments, new income streams, they are all signs that the curse blocking your abundance has been destroyed. No more being overlooked. No more last on the list. No more hearing, almost. You are now marked as first in line, in spirit and in manifestation. This spiritual break will even impact your future generations. Children born into your line will not carry the weight you carried. They will inherit peace, not pain. Type Amen to get blessing 9917. Archangel Michael says, rest now, chosen one. You have done the unseen work. What was once following you has now fallen behind. What tried to tether you has lost its grip. Your name has been cleared in the heavens. Your house has been cleansed by fire not of this earth. Your bloodline has been redeemed by your obedience and spiritual awareness. Do not speak lightly of what you've just survived. It was real. And it's over. A new season has been announced. Type Amen to get blessing 6545. Prepare to receive gifts, not just physical, but divine insight, opportunities, and spiritual joy. Your aura is glowing now, your frequency has changed. Even people who don't believe in the spirit realm will begin to notice something new around you. This isn't imagination. This is elevation. You're not cursed, you're chosen. You're not haunted, you're held. You're not broken, you're being rebuilt with divine intention. You are safe now. You are seen now. You are surrounded now. Let peace stay. Let power rise. Let purpose flood every area that pain once occupied. Type Amen to get blessing 8080.